Hey there folks, and welcome to another 600 pp tryouts. In this tryout I am doing the BMW E36 1997 M3. That works. Which is not a bad car in some ways. Let's say you have to be a bit more technical with this one. But overall, it's a fun little car, touring car to drive in a way. So how its motor sounds. So here's the parts I bought with this one, which, yeah, for a car it's not so bad. It does need all the engine upgrades though. At least that, and then at least like one weight reduction on noticing in terms of the tune-up. Yeah, that's BMW's signature inline 6-cylinder it's known for. With that pumping at 470 horsepower, weighing at 3,157 pounds. The cubic centimeter, I think that's cubic centimeter, 3,281 displacement. Yeah, it's like a somewhat heavy car, but not that crazy. I'd say it's like right there at the spot it needs to be. So in terms of like a coupe sedan, I do expect at least maybe 3,000 pounds, maybe a little bit less than that. Overall, not bad. Here's the stuff you could technically do to it by rims, which I just kept on normal rims. I did doubt about changing them, but it really depends. Cause I'm more of a 5-spoke guy, so that's not a problem to me. You could put a lip or a splitter. I think it's called a splitter, I'm not sure. Got side fenders, side skirt, and back skirt. And then you got technically a unique sport you can put on, or you can put a custom. I'll probably for when I come around and do the race version, I'll probably just put a race one in. Otherwise, let's have it on the Type B one. Even the regular one has a spoiler too. What a brake light. You got the hood pins, which, yeah, not a bad spot. And you got the tow hook there on the right. Roll cage went with Type A because it has back seats. You never know when you need to use those. Then you have yellow headlight, and I put it with the yellow headlights. It gives it a really good flare to it. Same way I did for this vinyl work. So yeah, it's another vinyl work I did. I've been trying to do it mostly in mine and like someone else's, though. Am I kind of maybe taking work because this is technically a remix upon the Gran Turismo 2 one? Yeah, technically, but I don't know. I did some differences. So that's not technically the right fully checkered style to begin with, anyway. There's some squares missing. Yeah, that's brake pads, which you got white. And then different vinyl work, or different decals I had it instead of the one that it had. So here's the tuning stuff, which, yeah, this time I focused around the body height to give it a little different take on it. Can't say I did greatest, but at least I did enough to where it doesn't freak out too much. It does, as a result, kind of feels a bit tipsy when trying to drive it. You know. Overall, just that, and then, yeah, weight ballast. I had to put down 118. Yeah, everything else racing. And then, as I said, weight reduction to stage 1. That's all it needs. Yeah, downforce, it ain't bother touching that because I didn't really need it for some reason. And yep, here's the picture, or here's the where you can get the decal if you want to, which is just my account and stuff. Or my account's name. E36 M3. Here's the tryout. So what to say about the BMW? Well, for one thing, I have a mistake. Did you notice on the back of the car it has 007? It's not a 007 car. I'm actually shocked it wasn't. Because I thought it was. But no, it's the here it's called the M7 or 700 or something like that. Where its body looks kind of similar, but it's not the M3. I'm really shocked just looking, because it feels like it would be. But yeah, even with the, if I have a huge problem with this car, I just know I did the DTM event, special event, at Spa, and this car freaked out on the hills and stuff. So I had to adjust it for that. That's why the compression's so high. Because it helps against that. To a degree. And of course raise the suspension up and raise a little bit of the ride height. Stuff like that. Does it still freak out? Yeah. So Zillotech really didn't fix the problem. It just made the problem less, I guess. Oh yeah, and then took the camber down in the front. So they really did not need that. So that's one error I'm noticing when it comes to Grand Theft tuning is that they sometimes put the front wheels with the same camber as the back wheels, which is not a great idea. So yeah, I actually messed around with the suspension this time around, which, am I technically going against my rule a little bit? Yeah, but I'm more like doing it for a fixed reason, because otherwise, the car wouldn't be that well drivable without it. Because that's the sucky part about this M3, its suspension's not great when you try to tune it, or if you try to push it, it will freak out. Like it's doing now. So I still technically didn't fix the problem, but at least made it more controllable. And that's the point. Otherwise, yeah, I could definitely say this car would probably be a lot better if it was 550 pp instead of 600. But it still does wonders, at least. Starting to stay on par with a Mustang. But yeah, that's the hidden rivalry I realized through many other people's discussions, that it has a hidden rivalry against the Ford Mustang of all things. Which I didn't ever really notice that. But then when you notice, yeah, they're both FRs, they're both coupe designs, although the M3 later becomes, I think later becomes a 4-door. And they both like to wheel out. Except one's a 6 inline, the other one's a V8. Or, you know, the other versions of the Mustang. So yeah, that's the fun part. Yeah, look at the time it hits right now. It's at best just beating the GR86. So that's at 10th place. It needs to beat the Mustang, which the Mustang is 9th right now. Okay, 115, it's getting closer because the Mustang did 114.797. Now on to its best lap, which still haven't got to the best. Still haven't beat the Mustang yet. Yeah, I will say I did have plans to do the Mini Cooper instead of BMW, but it just did not work. Because first, the Mini Cooper with the standard motor is too slow. And then the Mini Cooper with the Honda Civic is the most debatable one I hate. Because it just constantly causes the wheels to keep spinning, so otherwise the Honda Civic motor sucks with it. Which I'm not surprised, because I don't even know why you stuck a Civic motor in it. so bad. But yeah. I find it bad, but you know. Because the problem about FS, if you have too much horsepower or just too much torque, it will just freak out. Which you don't want that in the long run. So that causes actually problems, or acceleration problems and other stuff. But 114.770, which barely beats the Mustang. Barely. Get onto the Dragon Trail. Side. But yeah, where it sits, didn't beat anything right now. Say that much on the first lap. Although, not surprised, first lap. But yeah, I thought this was a James Bond car, but no, it's not. The only the only other BMW that is the Z3 or Z8. It's called. I think it's Z3. That one is. I think I gotta get one of those from the auction and stuff. Cause yeah, I hate that mechanic so much. Cars that make sense, there's cars that don't make sense. So we're about to have a new auction one. I no doubt that one's gonna cost a lot because it's a Mercedes Indy car. But yeah, more point to the M3 E36, which I always kind of wonder which spec version is this. Is this the regular E36 from the UK side, or is this the American one? Because the American one's different. So this is left-hand side as well. I just can't really tell by the stuff where the motor was. I'm gonna guess this is the Europe side. Europe spec. That's my only guess. Let's just say there's an interesting history involved with the E36 when it came to coming over to the United States. Because one case, different motors, but one motor was more reliable than the other. Which, it was the United States one, who could have guessed? Because BMWs are just known for bad reliability sometimes. That's the bad part about BMW. I'm not saying all other companies are kind of better on that, but just BMW is kind of notorious about it. Yeah, as I said about the riding feature of this car feels a bit tipsy when trying to steer left and right, so when you make this build and stuff, beware about that. Because I will say, I still got a grasp of understanding trying to utilize the tuning right sometimes. That's why I get worried when I touch the suspension, because I'm not really great about that. I just know if you do this might fix it. If you do that, it's a bit less to deal with, so to speak, and more controllable. As you know, this thing gets out of whack sometimes. I just know I drove this for the DTM event, or I drove another one for the DTM event, and boy was that fun. Ugh. And my biggest problem isn't the car, it's just their fucking rubber band's ridiculous. I find. I don't know where it's sitting at for PP points on those DTM cars. Just my other biggest problem is that they had the 155, which the 155 is not Group A, that's a first class. Which is my biggest problem about that DTM event, because that DTM has the Escort, or not the Escort, but the Sierra. It's the Sierra, the M30, and the Mercedes, which that's fine because those are all Group A's. But then you turn around and add the 155 Alfa Romeo, which is completely different. It's like, holy crap. Was it that broken in racing? Technically, no, it wasn't, surprisingly. It went to all-wheel drive. And then there's the Audi Quattro. We technically don't talk about that because that has a legal play in it. Called either crankshaft or camshaft, one of those. And then the Ford Sierra, that had to back off because the DTM decided to ban turbo. So, and Ford was the only one that was using turbo. And then the bad part is I don't know any history about this car's DTM if it even did any. Or not. I assume it did. It's just the problem is when I turn this not really did that well. But yeah, 152.519. You wanna know what that beat? I don't think that beat the Mustang. Yeah, I got close though. When I say close, I mean 0.7. Or, joking aside. But yeah, if you want to know, they did 151.875 Mustang did on Dragon Trail. So yeah, now on to Tokyo Expressway here. Which, they did pretty good, I'll say that much. So yeah, this is where it matters, is the speed. Which is the reason to design these build cars for that specific event, because it's all speed. Which I will say, with this tune-up at this area, it's not so bad. I really don't feel the wobbleness here. It's just other tracks, I just feel it. And it's really weird to describe it. This feels very tipsy and stuff like that. Quality, I guess is the best way to say it. Overall, again, I'll say it's not a bad car, it's just not a crazy one. Yeah, I don't expect this to hit, I don't expect this to beat 210, but at least get close. So this is where the PP is very different, also. So as I mentioned, the Genesis, for example, the Genesis G70 did a 207.951, which is holy crap. Fast. That's fast. Yeah, 211.2. That beats the Clio. So yeah, this is where the Clio got bad. Yeah, it's at 9th right now, between the Mustang and then the Dodge Viper. The Dodge Viper almost got past the 210 threshold, before we got a little bit off. I probably will say if I did the body height adjustment with all the other cars beforehand, they probably would do a whole lot better. Like, I'm surprised the SX did 209. Still. Really shocked about that. Yeah, because I will say, I'll be honest, I'm more familiar with the E46 than the E36. The E46 is because most want it. The OG most want it. Probably still kind of the best Need for Speed a little bit. For arcade purposes. I will admit, this is kind of a little monster, I guess, a little touring car. At least it's an impressive part, because yeah, I will say the Sierra won't even hit past 212. I tried for that one. Probably will try again after learning a lot, but for now, I don't know if I learned enough. But that's the whole point. Sometimes when you do these tuning journeys, you learn bit by bit. That's the whole point. I'm calling them tryouts and then, you know, final tunes and stuff, because no, that's not how it goes. Yep, just letting it drive all the way down to see if else it goes. Which, yeah, if you want to know the top speed, 201 plus on Le Mans. That's how fast I carried it. But on this track, it's like 191 now. It really, I know these cars really struggle, but then again, I'm going up a hill. But yeah, they really struggle trying to push out that much. Even though the AIs turn around and do like 195 or 200. On this freaking track. Why do they do that? I don't know. At least they're not constantly having that pace every time though. Because if they were, that would be a problem. Which does make me wonder, because just said my difficulty is only on the medium difficulty. It's not on the hard difficulty. I should probably try the hard difficulty just to see how bad is it. But I only have it on the mid because, well, the difficulty does influence how much cash you get, so, you know. If only it did, then I would. But for some reason, when some games put a harder difficulty, let's not give you increased money for doing the harder difficulty, you know? Because the only other time I can think of that, where they did a harder difficulty for money, extra cash reward, was the Need for Speed Underground. Which I love that. That was a cool mechanic to do. Although, that was your only way to get money though. That was the only problem. There was no freelance ways about it. Yeah, on its best lap here. I don't know if I'm talking about. And straight line. Yeah. 210.291. It was that close to the Mustang, which the Mustang was 210.262. Now the events to show you, we can technically do. You basically do all the Sunday Cup stuff, as always. You do any of the European Cups. And then some of the FR European Cups, stuff like that. Yeah, you do mostly of the European Cups. The only one I say be worrisome, though, is the 600 one. Because that has the freaking Alfa Romeo Giulia, which, oh my god. The fact that that thing's still being broken. Yeah, that's 550. Because, yeah, I gotta recall myself that there's like so many European Cups they did. Not sure why, they just did. Because, yeah, you have a 400, 500, and 600. Which, I don't even know if Japan has that many. I don't think they do. And then you got the Switch League, which I do debate if you could do this, but, you know, Just show it off. Show an idea. If not, just slap race tires on. Some race hards or something. And of course, you can do the wheel touring car. I don't know if you can do rally, but if you slap dirt tires on, well, there you go. It might be possible. Yeah, I think that's really about it. And then for tournaments, of course, you can do the high speed ring Tokyo, because I forgot that was a road car one. That was road car Pacific. And then you got the European, you could definitely do that. And the WTC. So yeah, overall, what I think about the M3 E36. Yeah, I had a mind F to keep saying the I kept saying the E46. No, it's the E36. What to say about the M3 E36? Well, it's not a bad car. I would say at best maybe a C tier with the Mustang. The only time I think it got bad was during the balance track that was Dragon Trail, because, which I got surprised. I think I lost its momentum in the way on some of the turns and stuff. I just know it did a lot worse compared to the Mustang there. That's the only time it did. Otherwise, it kind of stayed on par. There are spots. So yeah, it's not a very momentum car. What's the other best thing to say? I think acceleration wise, it's like 2 stars on me in the 5. It's not bad, but it's there. Not as crazy as Clio's. Clio's, I would say, a 3. Speed wise, it's kind of normal. Be a normal top speed to hit. But yeah. I will say, throughout the laps of this, it stayed consistent at least. That's a good part. I'll give it that. Sometimes when I do these races, the lap times don't hit the same as they were. But I think because I did the body height on this one, it kind of stayed. I was kind of surprised. Because, for example, the Genesis does a 207, it didn't do that. It did like, I think it did best 208 or 209. So it makes me wonder if the body height does favor in that. Stuff like that. Yeah, that's me chasing after the Mr. Gallus, because of course he pulled a fastball. I keep saying Gallus, it's just Gall. I will say. But yeah, that's basically the M3 E46. There I go, I said it. E36 1997, which is overall not a bad car, but I will say on the laps there too, it is possible to do 8 laps if I lean the last lap. If I didn't lean the last lap, but because I didn't lean the last lap, it stopped that on the 8th lap. So it's possible I can do 8 laps. Fuel. I just decided to pit in early because I might as well not take this rubber band risk, you know. Because yeah, these guys will pull some shady shenanigans if you just do not pit as early as you can. Or I want to say early as fittingly as you can get through, basically. Because the rubber band will take account for that. And it's weird. It's like, oh, I pitted, so therefore I get speed boost, right? Other efforts. You know? But yeah, that wraps that. I'll see you guys next time for the next tune-up. Until then, I'll see you then. You guys take care. And ciao.